Mindful yoga practice. Through the practice of mindful yoga, we can expand and deepen our sense of what it means to inhabit the body and develop a richer and more sense of the body. Knowing that the postures themselves aren't so important, but the attitude that we bring to the practice is. This mindful yoga practice combines simple body movements with deep relaxation. During this practice, you're nourishing and strengthening the body, developing a deeper awareness of the body, and cultivating a sense of friendliness, curiosity, and warmth towards what's happening in your body in this moment. Working with respect for yourself and honouring your body. Remain attuned to your awareness, working safely, and from a place of tenderness and gentleness. Exploring the sensations of working at the edges near the end of a stretch. There's a soft edge where the body begins to feel some intensity, and a hard edge where the body has reached its limit. Let the wisdom of the body decide what's right for you, and ask yourself, can I stretch without striving? Practicing mindful yoga regularly, the edges and the limits change, and they dissolve by themselves. Looking deeply into them with full acceptance, without trying to force ourselves to be different to how we are right now. Having attitudes of respect and kindness, friendliness and non-harming towards yourself, so that if you wish to leave a movement and coming into a more comfortable position, closing your eyes and visualizing as much as possible, working with the breath. So lying on your back in a comfortable position, on the floor or on a mat, allowing your body to settle, legs stretched out and feet falling away, arms alongside the body, and the palms of the hands opening to the ceiling. The head supported by the floor, and maybe gently rolling the head from side to side a couple of times. Having a sense of the rest of the body. The shoulders are down and away from the ears, and aware of the natural curve of the spine. A sense of contact with the ground. Hips, pelvis, sacrum, and tailbone releasing towards the earth. And having a sense of friendliness and curiosity towards what's happening right now, in this moment. And bringing your attention now to the breath at the belly, rising and falling with each in-breath and with each out-breath. Allowing the eyes to close and breathing a little deeper. And with each in-breath, breathing in a sense of vitality, lightness and renewed energy. And with each out-breath, letting the body sink into the mat, muscles softening, letting go. As you begin to settle, can you give your weight up fully to gravity? Allowing gravity to gently draw your body down towards the floor and the earth. What are you noticing in your body, your mind, your heart? In this moment, how do you find yourself? And continue your awareness with the breath, beginning to explore the sensations in the body as it moves without expectations. This mindful movement, simply extending the breath into a wider practice, almost like the breath in action or a moving meditation. So, when you're ready, with your next in-breath, slowly stretching the arms up and over the head, wherever they come to. A slow, purposeful stretch. Fingers in one direction, heels in the other. Pause here in the body. Feel the entire body stretching. And breathe here. With your next out-breath, allow the arms to slowly return to the sides of the body, experiencing the arms relax and let go, the muscles releasing with the out-breath. And again with the in-breath, the arms float up and back, soft elbows, wrists and hands. Feel the expansion in the body with the in-breath. And as you exhale and the breath releases, the arms move back down to the sides of the body and the muscles release. Being with this movement for the next few breaths. Resting your awareness deep inside the body and bringing a sense of kindness to the movement. Noticing the moments when you slip back into automatic pilot, and as best you can, cultivating a beginner's mind to each moment. And with your next out breath, allowing the arms to rest down by the sides. Pausing here, coming back to stillness. And now bending both knees so that the soles of the feet are flat on the floor, about hip width apart. Arms are relaxed alongside the body as we introduce the pelvic tilts. So breathing in, create an arch in your lower back so that the pelvis gently rocks away, creating space between the floor and the lower spine. And with an out breath, reverse the move and flatten the lower back to the floor, gently drawing the back of the belly button towards the spine and the pelvis naturally tucks under. So repeating this move. As you inhale, arch the lower back, the pelvis gently rocks away, the space between the floor and the lower spine. And as you exhale, flatten the lower back to the floor, drawing the back of the belly button towards the spine and the pelvis tucks under. So being with this move for the next few breaths. And then releasing and slowly coming back to stillness. So wrapping both arms now around the shins, drawing the legs in towards the body, almost embracing the legs with the arms, squeezing the thighs in towards you lovingly, and gently rocking from side to side if you like. Maybe raising the head, massaging the muscles either side of the spine and back. And when you're ready, gently lowering the head back down. How much effort does it take? Holding on to the right knee and stretching the left leg away. Again, bringing the head towards the knee. Enter this experience of the body as deeply as you can, without judging, without forcing. And if something doesn't feel right for you, then use your wisdom to adjust your position or come back to a resting posture. Holding and breathing. Experience your edge at this time. Releasing your head back down whenever you wish to. And then lowering the head and coming back to a still place. And repeating with the left knee, drawing the left knee in towards the body, stretching out the right leg. And if you want to, bringing the head towards the knee, holding and breathing. And if you notice some intense sensations and you wish to explore the edge, then direct the breath to the area as you breathe in and let go of the sensations with the out-breath. So we're learning to notice our limitations and accept them in this moment, knowing that our limits change. Releasing the head back down and then resting the legs, stretching both legs away and coming into Shavasana, our resting posture. Arms lying loosely alongside the body, palms facing the sky, feet falling away. Bring your awareness back to the breathing, noticing the abdomen expanding and settling. Exploring the motion of the breath as you pause here. Bring both knees into the chest and squeezing the thighs in towards the body. Again, gently rocking from side to side, massaging the muscles of the spine. Kindly massaging the back. Again, you can lift the head to the knees or keep the head on the floor, whatever feels right. And rolling onto one side now and coming onto all fours. This is known as the cat posture. The hands are underneath the shoulders, shoulder width apart. Elbows are soft and create space between the fingers. And the knees are underneath the hips, hip width apart, tops of the feet resting on the floor. Experience the sense of weight coming down both arms and legs. Sense the thigh bones, tops of the feet, fronts of the shins. And again, bring your awareness to the spine so that you might feel from the crown of the head through the neck all the way down to your tailbone the movement of the breath. And now beginning to explore the spine. As you next exhale, arch and round the whole back. Bring the chin towards the chest and gently contract the abdominal muscles. Breathe here, Feel as if the muscles supporting the back of the body are opening and stretching, the back of the heart lifting towards the sky. And after a breath or two, reversing the movement. So as you breathe in, the tailbone lifts, the chest, heart and gaze lift, allowing the belly to be soft and drop down towards the floor. The muscles supporting the back of the body are now strengthening, and you're opening in the front of the body. Take time reversing that movement again. So as you inhale, the chest lifts, the tailbone lifts. And as you exhale, round in the spine, chin to chest, gently drawing in the belly muscles. Being with the breath. Exploring your spine, noticing the space in between the vertebrae. Notice the parts of your spine that feel more fused and the parts that feel freer, looser. Maybe closing the eyes if that feels okay, and repeating the movements as slowly as the breath allows you to. And when you'd like to, coming into a posture called child's pose. So sitting back towards your feet, arms are by your sides, and allow the wrists to release. If it's comfortable, resting your forehead on the floor or support it in your hands. Breathe here. Notice where the breath is felt in this posture. When you're ready, coming back to cat posture, hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, and stretching your right leg behind you, the right toes tucked under and touching the floor. Stretch your left arm in front of you, fingers stretching away. And if it feels okay, then lifting the right toes from the floor. Left arm and right leg raised, stretching away. And notice the breath here. Breathe deeply. This movement requires balance and being aware of our center. Experience the body in this posture. When you're ready, lowering the raised hand and foot, returning to cat posture, and again arching, releasing the back, allowing the muscles to relax and lengthen. Working to the other side, stretching the left leg behind you, left toes tucked under and touching the floor. And stretch your right arm in front of you, fingers stretching away. If it feels okay, lifting the left toes from the floor so that the right arm and left leg are raised. And be with the breath. And when you're ready, lowering the raised foot and hand, returning to cat posture, releasing the back, and if you'd like to, coming into child's posture, lowering the hips to the feet, Breathe in here, staying with the breath moment to moment, noticing how you're feeling. And again, when you're ready, coming to lay on your back as we take the half bridge posture. So bending the knees, soles of the feet on the floor, knees pointing up towards the sky. And on an in-breath, stretching your arms up and over the head so that they rest on the floor behind you, maybe elbows bent. Leave the arms here as you exhale, and when you're ready, on an in-breath, begin to flatten the lower back to the floor, tilt the pelvis under and lift the hips and pelvis from the floor. Hold the posture and breathe here. Notice the thigh muscles, experience the sensations here. Notice the face, the neck, the shoulders, arms are relaxed. And if you need to come down at some point, gently bring the pelvis to the floor. And when you're ready, on an in-breath, lifting again. Feeling the breath in the abdomen as you breathe in, the belly expands. Notice there's more room here, more space for the breath. And as you breathe out, the belly deflates. Maybe you can see this movement depending on the shape of your body. And when you're ready, gently uncurling the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, lowering the hips, the pelvis, unfolding the spine back to the floor, and then hugging the knees into the body. What does the body need at this stage? And moving in the same way now, but more fluidly with the breath. So that every time you breathe in, the hips lift and float towards the sky. And every time you breathe out, the spine uncurls and the hips and pelvis release into the floor. Being with the breath, closing the eyes and dropping deep into the body. And then pausing, coming into a still place, and noticing any effects that these moves have had on the body. And now relaxing, legs stretching out in front of you, arms, hands alongside the body. And simply become aware of lying here, allowing the eyes to close, noticing the wave-like movements of the breath at the belly. And as you lie here, letting go of thoughts and memories of what you've done, simply becoming aware of being right here, right now. Centered, focused, riding the waves of each breath, letting go and sinking deeper into the floor, into a state of relaxed stillness and awareness. And in this stillness, being aware of things as they are, the experience of your body as a whole. And as this practice draws to a close, taking a moment to acknowledge the care and kind attention that you've given yourself. This practice complementing the natural healing process of our body, developing flexibility and strength, not only in the body, but also in life. Becoming more flexible and creative in our relationship to life itself. Coming back to noticing the breath in the body, being fully present, fully experience being in this moment, and spend some time resting here. Notice the sensations of the breath and all the sensations caused by the gentle movements of the body. Include all sensations, allowing them to come into being and to pass away, moment by moment. Soon you will hear the sound of a bell. Use this sound to mindfully bring this period of formal practice to a close. And if you wish, rest in here in full awareness, allowing this awareness to fill and surround the body, feeling how it is in your mind and in your heart in this moment.